Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in on a Friday morning. Let's start with a roll call. Will the other commissioners present please state their names?
Darcy
Barbara
Rohr.
Baskerville. Oh, sorry, Dorothy.
That's
Barbara Baskerville.
All right, we have Barbara, Darcy in attendance. I'm in attendance, so we have a quorum. We'll go right into our public comment section. If there's anyone here who'd like to comment, we have a slot for you now.
So I don't see anybody online. Were you? And there's nobody in the hearing room who wishes to comment.
Okay. All right then. We have the minutes from the last meeting. Darcy, Barbara, did you guys get a chance to look at those?
did.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve them?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of approving the motion to, or approving the motion to approve the minutes, say aye.
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 All right, the minutes are approved. Our next order of business is going to be to review the submitted complaints for today. We have 2 of them, so we'll now go into executive session to receive and evaluate those complaints. 15 minutes, I believe we have slated, and then we'll be back.
Hey.
All right.
Thank you.
Is he on?
I'm on, yes.
Okay, we're back from executive session. We'll now deliberate on two complaints that we've received. The first one was from Eric Whitten. This complaint involves denial of assistance by the Clark County Veterans Assistance Board. It was submitted by leaving a message on the complaint hotline. I want to note that submission of a complaint by telephone is acceptable under our rules, and I understand that the county followed up and asked for more information, but did not receive additional information. So I wanted to start out by just kind of clarifying that under our rules, we determine one of two things after our initial review of an ethics complaint. Either that the allegations in the complaint do not constitute an ethics violation, or that there's sufficient cause to warrant an investigation. In my view, sufficient cause exists when a reasonable person with knowledge of all the facts would conclude that the complaint describes conduct that may violate one or more of the ethical rules that apply to our commission. The ethical rules we consider are those that are adopted in Clark County Code Section 2.07.010. Specifically, that's Title 42 of the Revised Code of Washington and Clark County Human Resources Policy 13.1. Those rules are both readily available online, but we'll look into ways that we might make those even more accessible going forward. For now, the message that we received about this complaint mentioned a denial of assistance, and it sounded like the complainant may have more to say, but it didn't come through in the message, and we didn't receive further information. So for now, for me, a denial of assistance alone doesn't constitute an ethics violation, and we have no other facts from which we conclude that the denial may violate an ethical rule. So today, I'll be voting that the allegations in this complaint don't constitute an ethics violation, but I encourage all complainants to review the ethical rules before filing a complaint, and whenever possible, please try to tell us about specific conduct and which rule or rules it violates. And along those lines, I specifically encourage this complainant to submit a new complaint if they'd like to bring more facts to our attention. So that's all that I have on this one. Darcy, Barbara, do either of you guys?
I have nothing to add. It was just insufficient information to make any other decision.
The same with me. I could not understand. I didn't have enough information to see whether there was any kind of ethics violation or just a denial of a request by an agency.
All right. Is there a motion regarding this complaint?
I move that this complaint does not constitute an ethics violation based on the information that we've been provided.
I second.
Okay. Those in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Okay. That is carried unanimously. The next complaint, we'll just go ahead and move right into. It's by Jason Smith against Clark County Jail personnel. This complaint alleges that the Clark County Jail personnel did not file an incident report and that they deny knowledge about an alleged assault at the jail. There are additional allegations in the complaint about conduct by Skamania County officials. And so I just want to note that we do not have authority to address Skamania County officials' conduct. We also don't oversee public records requests. I note there are robust laws and procedures that separately govern those requests, and anyone who has complaints regarding that, unless it touches on one of the ethical rules that we just mentioned, then I suggest you follow those procedures. I looked for and didn't find an ethical rule that would require jail personnel to file a report. It sounds like perhaps we learned that there was actually a report filed and that the complainant has learned that. It may be that other rules require something like that, but this complaint to me does not describe an ethics violation. That's all I got on this one. Barbara and Darcy?
I concur. I couldn't see what the ethics violation was. Perhaps it was unhappy with the procedure that's in place, but not with an ethical action.
Yes, I concur with both my colleagues.
All right, is there a motion?
I move that the complaint does not constitute an ethical violation based on the information that we've been given.
Second.
All right, those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimously passed the motion on that one. So those are the only two that we have on our list for today. We meet again on Thursday, June 27th, again at 10 a.m. Does anyone have anything else for the good of the order?
Are we meeting again on any other further complaints? Because I don't have any further, I don't have any further information on complaints.
Aren't there two remaining complaints?
Yeah, I believe there are more. Rebecca, are you on that, or Laura?
Okay,
Yes,
Well,
there are three. There's
Three.
two that were from kind of the backlog. And then we had received an additional one. So all three of those complaints will be reviewed at the next meeting on the
Okay.
27th. And Barbara, I can work with Rebecca to make sure that you have those on your calendar or email.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, I guess if we're in the good of the order, maybe this is an all right time, and hopefully Chris will correct me if I'm wrong, to see about getting a link to the human resources policy and the ethics statutes on the commission web page. I think you can get there, but it takes a few clicks. If there's a way to get those links listed right where the links are that mention the Clark County Code and the charter, then that might be helpful for complainants to familiarize themselves with those rules.
I made a note of that and can work with Laura.
Great.
This is Rebecca.
Yep,
Sorry.
I'm happy to help work with Rebecca to ensure that those links get placed on there.
All righty then. Anything else for the good of the order? All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here today. Enjoy your weekends, and I'll see you next week.
I will
All
see you
right,
all
Steph.
next week.
Yeah. See you next
Thank you.
week.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.